Hey guys, what's up? My name is Radar. This is the first episode of a new series called Unranked to GM, or in this case, 10K. I got this idea from watching Overwatch streamers do it, where they'll kind of do an educational stream explaining high-level concepts and kind of showing off mistakes that other players are making. Now, I know we don't have GM in Battlegrounds, but 8 or 9K is kind of the equivalent. And I know a lot of players think that Battlegrounds doesn't take skill and it's all luck. And that's kind of the main purpose of this series, to dispel this myth. You know, I started this, I've done about 2 days of it. I've won something like almost 90% of my games. Many of those were first place. I've played with other people on lower accounts, and we consistently get top 4 if I'm kind of coaching them. So hopefully this series will be a way to highlight good decision making in Battlegrounds. Hopefully you learn something. The game you're about to watch was the first time I was doing it, so I was also getting a feel for how much mental resources I had to explain what I'm doing and also play properly. But yeah, if there's anything that I would say to take away from this game, it's that you really want to leverage your advantage. You want to understand kind of how the scaling of the game works, how everyone else is moving, and the biggest takeaway, at least at the very lowest elo, was that people need to level up more. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and I hope you enjoy this series. I've got lots more to come, and if you like it, I'm still streaming it on twitch.tv/RadarSSBM, which should be on screen now. So thanks for watching. Here it is. All right. I think I just buy this. Right? There's no reason to buy anything else. No reason to sell a minion. I don't know why I'm saying I think I buy this. I know I buy this. I'm distracted by what looks like Overwatch 2 news. Yeah, okay, this is not real. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, not a bad time to go over some common mistakes that people make in this game. A big one is just not leveling quick enough. I'm going to be doing a video explaining some stuff like minion scaling and gold economy and efficiency. Jandice is kind of a funny hero to start with because she's one of the harder heroes to play. In this situation, I am just going to level. Obviously, I could high roll a bit into the 2-4, but Elemental is already a good minion. I already concede this guy has made a mistake in that they did not hero power to turn 1. That is what you are supposed to do as Cthulhu. As Jandice, usually the game plan is to either play token generators and get a bunch of triples through that, or at least like a consistent couple triples. Usually even just one is enough. Yeah, not hero powering every turn as Cthulhu is truly insane, but already we're seeing the difference that like lower ranks run into. Seems like most people level on 2. Not everybody though. There's definitely a couple people who haven't chosen not to. So already we're seeing another difference. At this point, with the token, I can sell it and buy 2 2-drops. I always pick the best statted minions. So in this case, this is a 2-3, but it has obviously a positive effect. And then I'm torn between the 1-1, which is technically a 2-drop, and it has slightly more stats. I think it is ultimately better than the 2-3. It's just, this is one of the weakest cards in the game, I would say. So then I order it this way. Had we had anything that was like a battle cry, I would have gone for the swap, but we didn't. So, you know, we don't need to use my hero power. There's no point to, like, we could have swapped to grab one of these for the 2-2. That probably would have been worth it. Doesn't make a huge difference though. Probably was a misplay though. This is the problem with the talking and playing. Anyway, should win this fight. Yep. Oh, I don't even have the deck tracker on, so we'll see a bit of how this goes. All right, so at this phase in the game, it's common to buy 2 things. We currently have the spells in the game as well. Of the options, good stuff is rarely the right choice. It's not that good. New recruit is okay sometimes, but gotcha gift gives you immediate tempo, which is something I value. This is pretty good. Refreshing anomaly in this context, it's probably the best one. It gives us a free gold. I think I'm gonna grab this roll. We're grabbing this because it's a pair. We'll do this. Didn't end up getting lucky. We'll freeze for the pair. Uh, the order is kind of bad here.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Already making mistakes, but I'm interested to see like how people approach certain things. So far, this is okay. Main thing that this guy is doing wrong is battle order, which is actually something we did wrong because I was trying to talk about everything that I was doing, but we're still guaranteed to win. I'm pretty sure. No, and we're not. But you know, very very close, favored. And if we had positioned properly, we would have been guaranteed. But we're gonna like try to break down. Since this is my first game, I'm trying to see like what I have time to talk about while also making good decisions.
Nice workout.
Right now we're leveling on curve. We're not doing anything too crazy. I'm gonna hero power this. Try to get something better. That's good. We'll pick up the pair. Probably want to play a bumper here. Probably gonna play this. So I'll do this. Because this guy has Divine Shield. He's leveled to 3. Let's see what the rest of the lobby is doing. Got a couple people that haven't leveled. For the most part, people are playing okay. I wonder what they like, what kind of rank they assume I'm at. Oftentimes games will kind of assume that a player is Gold League, basically, like kind of average to start, and then they go from there. So just thinking about positioning, we usually want these earlier because they get the benefit of attacking early. They get more stats. We want this later because ideally it gets hit more. We play a bumper because he has a Divine Shield. So even though the buff early is going to be helpful, we already have a taunt anyway, so it's very unlikely they don't get those buffs. And we don't want them to die unnecessarily hitting a Divine Shield. And it's not impossible for a minion to have 4 attack at this point. You could get a Murloc that was buffed, although there aren't no Murlocs in the game. You can see mechs that were buffed, that kind of thing. So this way we pop the Divine Shield. We're lucky he didn't have 3 taunts, but that's fine. Wind Fury ends up hitting an okay target. That was a good hit for him. Fight's going kind of well for him, but he should still lose. So, yep, better positioning made us in a good spot. Game's going fine so far. Right now the meta's quite fast. It really rewards aggressive leveling strategies. Playing against Cthulhu, who's been on a little bit of a win streak. I'm trying to think what my decision is here. So we could hero power a roll, try to swap into something good. Could try to look for a pair and then level. I'm honestly not too worried about just leveling now. We have a pretty big health pool. We have a bunch of pairs, so if we get something afterwards, it's really good. I could roll first to make it more likely for me to get a pair. That's something that I consider. None of these are that good. This minion's okay. I'm going to roll first just to make that likelihood of a pair go higher. It does make it so that I don't have access to a 4-drop. I'm going to swap this because every single one of these minions would be better. I get this guy. It's not that bad. These are pretty good against Cthulhu because Cthulhu has a tall board rather than a wide one. Although that isn't the case with this guy because he hasn't been hero powering every turn like he should be. In fact, he has not hero powered a single time. So strange choice to play Cthulhu and then not do that. That's the power of low rank games though. Get that low elo going. Right, we get some value from this guy. That's good. Hopefully, I wanted to hit that. End up not getting the dragon value as much. Still a pretty good trade if he doesn't hit that. Perfect. Okay, also a good hit. Fight's going very well for me. Am getting a bit lucky. But unsurprisingly, we're doing very well, and we leveled. Had we taken some damage here, we still would have not taken that much because he had mostly low-level stuff. All right, now we're on level 4. If we find a pair, we're in a pretty good spot. We can cycle buffs if we want to with our hero power. None of these minions look particularly appealing. Honestly, what I could do, this is one of the things like, this guy's already pretty weak. He's only on 3. He did 10 damage to this guy, who's probably also very weak. It's very, very possible I could just level here one more time. I wouldn't normally play this way, but at a low elo, you can kind of leverage bad decision making. Alternatively, we could roll, try to look for triples. One of the things about minion scaling in this game is that tier 4 minions are almost like sometimes 3 or 4 times better than the tier 2 minions. Yeah, I'm just going to level. I don't think there's many downsides to it. All right, we're going to freeze this. I'm going to do this. All right, we're going to unfreeze this. We got a perfect board there. We'll do these because I want the guaranteed value more. We'll play around the unlikely possibility that he got a 2/4 cleave and buffed it up with the 2/3 that buffs beasts. Yep. What does he get? A 4/3, not super useful. We became way stronger. I made sure to unfreeze, right? Or did I forget? Might still have been worth it to put one of the things higher, but no, we get all the value that we need. Okay, it's a bit unlucky, fine though, for the most part. Okay, we kill that. Yeah, actually, we're doing an unranked to whatever. So actually, I need to change the MMR thing. I'll take the MMR tab out. I'll take the results tab out too. The goal is to just do the MMR thing. So on the house. So it's funny, like we're not learning a lot from this game, but because we got sort of lucky. But I'm just gonna tier up now. So if we wanted to not get punished for leveling, in the unlikely event that we lose versus this guy, we could grab Foe Reaper. I think the correct choice here for this elo, like for this game, is to grab Caligos. But if I was playing at a higher lobby, I would pick Foe Reaper. This is a win condition, but it's not going to offset the tempo as well. But this is enough to basically win the game. At this point, I'll do this. That's honestly pretty good too. I could get rid of the Wax Rider thing. I'm gonna do that. I'll freeze to get the triple here. Yeah, not too much to say. Like it just shows like how impactful decision making is. Everyone's still on level 4 on turn 8, which is insane in this meta. That isn't something you would ever see at a higher level. It's because they're leveling too low. He's also picked a bad hero power. Despite power leveling really aggressively, because of overall bad decision making, I'm pretty sure I win this fight. Oh no, I don't. But even though I don't, he's at level 3 and I'm at level 6, and I have a win condition. Had I picked up the Foe Reaper, I probably do win. That was a good hit for him. But you can see, like, if I grab the Foe Reaper, I kill some stuff early. Can I hit this? Thank you. So I take very, very little damage. And then now I have a win condition and scaling. But I probably should play it the way I would play. It's tricky because do I want to play it in a way where I leverage my advantage a lot? Did I ever grab Cave Hydra? Just because. So the thing is on one hand I have Caligos as my win condition. I'll grab a Malgadon just because it's a battle cry. It's going to buff the dragons. On the other hand, I can do this. This is a thing you can do with Janice. How many times do I want to do that? Do I want to throw away the grandmother to get one extra buff? Or do I just want to just go through this? Dino. This is the major choice. Do I want to throw away the grandmother to keep one extra buff on it, or is the grandmother just more powerful overall? I think the answer is no. I could also sell the mama bear, but it does give +4 on this. Nice. We're freezing for Nadina, nothing else. Now we have a Hydra. Big, strong poison elemental. We'll play around Cleave. It's unlikely we need to. Actually, we'll play around Cleave in this way because we don't care if this dies. Normally, you actually... Sometimes you want to play around Cleave by putting it to the... Putting a minion that will survive the Cleave rather than losing some value. It kind of depends. Putting the Cleave here first so that we get the immediate attack. This guy's probably thinking, wow, this guy got so lucky. but it is the reality of being leveling higher than literally everybody because of just kind of an advantage. And being smart about how you play. This guy's dead. I'm expecting to get top 4 every game for quite a while, but there's going to be situations where that's not the case. The problem is Gascoiler is good with Mama Bear, but I'm not going to do that. Do I ever want... He doesn't have Nadina. He has 2 triples. It's possible, actually. So I guess I take the Illustra. How do I want to play this? Grab this. So Illustra doesn't get value yet. I'll do it with the Annoy module. I don't know. I might not be worth it to keep the Hydra. Like I could have just totally hard leaned into it. I'm peeping this for the Amalgadon. I can also grab that. I don't think he has Nadina. I think he tripled beforehand. I'll do this just to be safe. We're definitely getting rid of Mama Bear next turn. There's no question. No, Mama Bear is completely useless. The Hydra was just to try to offset some tempo. Yeah, he doesn't have Nadina. A little unlucky. Also unlucky that he went first, too. I still expect to win this fight. The main things that are like going to separate players, like the reason why I expect to top 4 every game is because key decisions in Battlegrounds are like when to level and how to build your composition, and like just overall decision making becomes so impactful that you're just gonna... Okay, do we do one more buff with the Hydra?
That's what I would have picked.
Or is it even worth it? I mean, that's a dragon too that we could buff. I don't think so though. Grab this. Get one more roll. Okay, how do I want to position? So, some things... Okay, I have to explain all my decisions while also playing well. Okay, we know we want a bumper to hit this guy. Switch Kali and Amalgadon. You mean like this? Elementals. How likely is he to have cleave? I mean, I guess it's not super unlikely. I'm gonna play like this and this. I don't freeze for that. I should have rolled one more time. Didn't end up getting punished. Terrible damage. I guess I killed him. He's still on level 4, by the way. We're on turn 11. Insane. Lots of people that are on level 4 at this elo. Yep, bad hit. Gonna pop the shield. That's fine. It's honestly possible this Cave Hydra was a mistake. I just wanted to show like some alternative lines of play with this hero. Just because that particularly is quite good. Man, I must be so lucky. Just happened to have everything go my way, except not really. And now from here on out, we just buy battle cries constantly. Ice block is probably better. It's possible that we grab this over these. It does feel kind of too late. So I don't think we have the time to scale it. Just grabbing battle cries. Elementals, you know, poison can be valuable. I don't actually think we need a Lystra here. I don't remember what the last guy had. This is nice because it can give me more battle cries. Keep in mind, if we got a particularly good battle cry, we'd probably want to swap it. Do we ever just swap to try to get one of these guys? Probably. Yep. All right. We'll play like this.
Everyone's gunning for you. Watch out.
Buy the battle cry again. I just didn't want anything that he had, so it's more valuable to, like, it just isn't that valuable, I guess is a better way to put it. Yep. Kill his whole board. Okay. Killing literally everybody. The interesting part about this stream, I think, will be when I start to get really bad heroes. Janus is definitely playable. It's insane to me that this Cthulhu doesn't hero power. Grab this. This is definitely worth taking.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Another satisfied customer.
My shield for Argus.
At a certain point, this starts to become less and less worth it. So I could sell these two. Did I ever grab the second Adina? No, I don't think so. I'm just thinking, like, how valuable is that? I mean, we'll do this. We remember this guy, he doesn't have cleave. Put this here. He only had one a divine shield. It's cost effective, yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad play. I should put the chat on stream somehow. Anyway, so other things I want to consider just to kind of keep the discussion process going. Elementals you want to play are generally vulnerable to poison, big stats, that kind of thing. Wonder how many hits I have. I wouldn't always put this in. It's just because of this. The fact that it has Wind Fury makes it a bit less appealing. There's not too much else I can do to get that much stronger, or then maybe pick up another dragon. Obviously I could triple these. That's not that great. I probably should have gotten rid of the Hydra. And now I feel like the sunk cost fallacy is really kicking in, where I don't want to get rid of it because I put so much buffs and shit into it. Yep. But you know, it's not scaling like everything else. It's still better than almost like the majority of units on my board. Although it doesn't get divine shield, but it just does a lot as a 23, whatever stat line it is. Okay. Who beat who? What? Were they all playing dead guy? Okay. None of these are good. This is the worst minion in the entire game, by the way. Never buy it. Just wondering when I abandoned the Hydra. Wow, no battle cries, eh? I don't really want to get rid of this anymore. This is too late. The other thing is we can actually swap buff, buy it back. That's another thing we can do. So we will do that. Yes, we can do that. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was adding things up correctly.
My shield for Argus. Total corruption. Total power.
One of the nice things with Janus as well, showing again more kind of alternate lines of play. He doesn't have cleave or anything. But this might still be incorrect, the positioning. Might be better to have the Hydra first and then... Because I don't want it to just die. I don't want it to hit a minion and then die. And... Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. As long as we don't hit this. Yep. Basically all in on this single minion. Then we get to Divine Shield. We didn't end up getting it. This still showing why it's like pretty good. Yep. Like I said, I expect to win most of these games. And I think it's going to be a useful thing for the community, because I feel like the community doesn't really understand how skill-based the game is. All right. Buying 3 battle cries. Swap out this guy. Actually, we probably should have swapped out the other one because we're... You can see how powerful the hero power is.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Because this is not getting buffed at all. Alright. Grab that. Gives us space for one more dragon. What dragon do we put in? I think we do this. I think I want to hit Divine Shields off. We know he has the 2-3 things. Necessary freeze, yeah. Well, it just this one isn't scaling that well. Like having to swap them kind of sucks. There's still inefficiencies. Like we don't really need a Lystra, necessarily. Sometimes, usually you do. Like mug half full. I assume that means we win. Okay, that's like the only good minion he has. Another big thing that people don't understand at this ranking is like it's like it basically, I say this ranking, but this essentially scales all the way across like every elo, including my own, where like figuring out what exactly you need to buy to become stronger is actually very difficult. Very, very difficult. So the reason why I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to top 4 every game, with maybe 1 or 2 exceptions if I get a really truly terrible hero, is because there's so many components to the game, right? Like there's like the early game, the late game, you know.